So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to disassemble and reassemble your Remington 870 Express 12 gauge shotgun. This also goes for the 20 gauge and the 410 gauge versions with the youth models and the full size. So the first step to disassembling your firearm would be to make sure it's not loaded. That's the main importance of doing something like this. So to do that on this firearm, you're going to hit the action release button and slide it back. Put your thumb in the barrel and make sure there's not a round in there. And there's another way you can also do it, is you can close your action, turn it over in the feed ramp, push it down, and see your orange follower. That indicates that it's not loaded. So after you've got that done, the next step would be take your magazine cap off of your magazine that holds on your barrel. That slides off to the right. Now after the magazine cap's off, you're going to hit your action release and put it back halfway. You're going to slide off your barrel just like that. And make sure that's halfway back, because if it's fully closed or fully open, it's a little difficult to get off. So after you have your barrel and your cap off, you're going to take your spring retainer and push it into the magazine and turn it. And this will come out with your spring. So there's a retainer and the spring. Now after you've got that done, the next step would be to close your action, and you're going to take off your trigger housing. So the rear biggest bolt that holds your housing to the receiver, you're going to pop that out using a punch or a small screwdriver like I'm using. And then you also have a front pin also for your trigger housing that holds it to the receiver, and you're also going to push that out. And these shouldn't take a lot of force to come out. You shouldn't have to hammer them or anything, because you don't want to mess up your receiver or your trigger housing. So this will just slide out, and this is your feed ramp, your safety, your trigger, and your hammer. Now after that's all done, you have two shell latches on the inside of your receiver. You have one on each side, and to get your bolt and your forearm off, you have to push those in or it will come off. So you flip it over and you just push those in. After you push those in, it'll slide right off. And then you have your bolt and your forearm. And then the last thing that I always wait till the end for is your follower. And those come in each different color. Mine is, in this case, is orange. And sometimes they'll get stuck in your magazine tube. When that happens, just lightly tap it on your hand or whatever you're using, and it should just fall out. So here's the follower. So there's the basic breakdown of the Remington 870 Express 12 gauge shotgun. Now to reassemble it, it's pretty much the same. You're gonna skip a few steps and do them backwards than the way we took it down. So the first step to doing this is to take your bolt back on to the guide and onto your arms, just like that. And you're gonna take your magazine and stick it through the forearm. Now, once you guys get to this step, you'll notice it doesn't go in. So same thing like taking it off, you have to hit the latch arms for the shotgun shells. So you're just going to push those in and push it back. And that'll just slide right in. Now, the next step, you're going to have your action halfway open, and you're going to take your barrel. You're going to slide your barrel into your receiver, just like that, over your magazine tube. Then you're going to take your follower, you're going to put it in your magazine tube and slide it down. After you've got that, you're taking your spring and your retainer and you're sliding that down too. And that's your follower stopping the spring from going through the action. So you twist it until it goes into your tube, you put your finger in there and you just turn it until it comes out about a ½ inch from your magazine tube. Then you're going to take your magazine cap and put it back over the retainer. And that just clicks on. With the older models, some of them just pop off because they're spring held onto your retainer into your tube. But in this case, this one just twists right on. Next, you're going to close your action, having your bolt all the way forward in the locked position. You're going to take your trigger housing, and the circular part on the end of your trigger goes into your stock. Just like that. And you have this little lip that hits the receiver. you push that in and it'll just pop right in. Now with taking your pins, you're going to slide those in facing the ejection port. And these should just go in. You shouldn't have to bang them too hard. You shouldn't have to hammer them like I said, because you don't want to mess up any of this metal. So after that, that's the reassembly of the firearm. To make sure it's in good working order, hit the action release and pump it, make sure it's smooth. Well, there it is. We have more videos coming on firearm disassemblies and reassemblies. So stay tuned to see other firearm takedowns.